I'm running at least a mile a day every single day this year. Today is my 1 month recap. Let's see how I did.
Well, welcome to the office. There are a couple of things I want to talk about here. If you are just interested in the stats, there is a timestamp down below. You can click that and go straight to that part of the video. Nothing particularly impressive, but give it a click. Go see for yourself. Okay, now that the sweaty, intense runners are gone, let's talk for a little bit. What is this challenge? It's at least 1 mile a day. That's 1.61 kilometers a day, every single day in 2025. No excuses, no ifs, ands, or buts. I have already been sick. I've dealt with extreme weather conditions. There've been like 20 snow days so far for kids in our area. Like, it's been crazy, and I have not missed a day. We've done 31 runs. It is January 31st. We're here. If you have clicked into this video, you have probably seen something like this done before. But I think that I'm doing something that's a little bit different. See, I am not a runner, and I never was one. I made a video of me trying to run a really long distance back in 2022, and it ends with me getting lost and then getting picked up by my friend because I was done. Today, I'm in even worse shape than I was back then. And I have a regular job. I don't have time to spend like hours a week exercising. And so I had this question, maybe you've asked it before too. What kind of a difference can like 10 minutes a day make for an average kind of sedentary person? I've never been a distance runner. My sport was actually high jump. So I ran like 30 feet to the bar and then I jumped. And now I'm in my 30s. I can't overhaul my whole life, but I can spend 10 minutes a day. Will it make a difference for an average Joe? That's the question. And so far, it seems like yes. So here are my runs from January. I did 31 runs. I ran a total of 59.24 kilometers. My average run is like 1.91 kilometers long. My average pace across all of those runs is 6 minutes and 12 seconds per kilometer. It's slow and easy. I am trying to listen to my body and stay injury-free. So what happened to my health? So this is the wrist-based estimation of my VO2 max from my Apple Watch. So when I started, I was at 34.2. And the reading from today was 37. Look at this graph. Look at it. Look at it go going all the way up. I love that. So the dip here in the middle, if you see that middle dip is correlated with a whole bunch of really stressful things happening at work all at once, and also my sleep being very interrupted as a result of that. But yeah, I'm super impressed with this. I do wonder if it's going to keep gaining really steadily, or if eventually it's just going to kind of level off without me being more intentional in the structure of the training. That's something we're going to find out over the course of the year. The next stat was the most surprising to me. I know that the number one way to lose weight is by changing diet. I haven't made any changes to my diet, so I expected that I would basically stay the same weight. Now let me pull this up, because instead of staying the same weight, I lost 6.2 pounds this month. I honestly, I can't believe it. I have to think maybe I was carrying extra weight at the beginning of the year from Christmas and stuff. I think this is something I'm going to try to pay closer attention to in these months to come. That's all the stats that I have for you right now. If there are other things that I should be tracking, can you drop that in the comments? I would love to check in on it and circle back in the next update video. I'm just really not sure what else to be looking at. The last thing I want to talk about is future goals. So run every day is the central goal of the challenge for me, but it's nice to have some other benchmarks to aim towards. So if you watch my daily shorts, you might have seen one on January 11th, which was titled How I Know I'll Achieve My Goal. And in it, you would have met my friends. I think I'll put them up here, Chris and Ethan. So they are also doing this challenge. And this is a huge motivator. If you are trying to achieve a goal, do it together with friends. On the days where I really don't feel like it, and there were a couple, on those days, having friends who are also doing this challenge and we check in on each other and stuff has made such a huge difference. And they are like the best friends that a guy could ask for. So shout out to Chris and Ethan. You guys are awesome. Thanks for doing this with me. But with those guys, we actually have a couple of challenges going on. So one is the most days run. I am planning for 365. We'll see if the other guys also hit it, but it's nice because if I did miss a day, I think I'd keep on with the challenge because it's with other people. So I hope that I win the most days run, or that I tie because we all run 365. But that's pretty fun. We are also tracking the most kilometers over the course of the year. I do not think I'm going to win this one. Ethan is a full marathon ahead of me coming out of the month of January, and he has summers off of work. I think he's going to crush me, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen. I expect that once it heats up, like outside, the temperature heats up, I will run more. just because it feels nice to be out. But if I could hit 1,000 kilometers this year, I would feel really good about that. Right now, I'm on track for something more like 700, but with all of the weather interruptions and stuff, there have been a lot of days that I'm just barely doing my mile and calling it a day. The last one is we're actually going to get together in person, and I'm going to make a video for this one as well, but we are going to get together in person and run a 1 mile race. So I'm not really a runner. Again, I don't know how I'm going to do about this. My fastest mile ever is 7 minutes and 40 seconds. So maybe something approaching sub 7 is possible for me. I'm not really sure about that one. It'll be fun to kind of check that out. I have a couple of other personal goals. So I would love to have a respectable 5K and 10K time. In my head, a 25-minute 5K and a sub 1 hour 10K seem like good numbers to me, but I really don't know. So we're going to see how that shakes out over the course of the year. I live in a small town. They have an annual 5K race around Thanksgiving. So I think I'm going to try to do that and see if I can aim at a PB for it. I think that that's all that I have for you with this update. I was thinking about going live at some point and rewatching some of the shorts and talking about some of the specific runs and responding to comments and stuff. If that's something that you would find interesting, can you let me know in the comments? And if you're subscribed and you watch the daily shorts, I'll see you tomorrow.